going in bedroom now. We're gonna go turn on something.
Like what?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a long stream because it's a 38-minute round that I just won, and to commemorate my win, I'm going to run through the replay with you guys, giving you strategies, motivations, and other things that go along playing this game. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. My computer that's lacking a good video and sound card. I got graphics on 720p instead of 1080p that most people are playing, or in full 1999 or whatever. So here we go. So here we go. We started the map. We started the map right there, and everybody's bailing out. I kind of thought I would go right here or give it a shot, anyways. So I bailed out and I started flying down. And I kind of figured, yeah, that spot's not going to work. So I decided to come down here to this to that spot right there. Where I get my very first confirmed kill. So I start flying over here, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a ton of people that are going right here. As you can see, it's speckled with fleas as they try and shoot it out for top spot. Kudos to anybody who could do that, because I can't. I go into a place like that and I just get murdered. So I come in here, I find my favorite gun right away. Beautiful. It's the M416. It's got a bunch of interchangeable spot parts, and that's what I love. I love the options. This guy comes barreling in here, and I kind of figure I better kill him quick. So I unleashed flurry of like an entire clip on this poor guy, who kind of thought that, oh, well, nobody was going to be here. How wrong he was. So as you can see, a lot of people here in this area, and a lot of people just dying. So I decided to loot everything that I could out of that place, and unfortunately I didn't get anything more than a vertical hand grip for this gun. So I take his car. I was like, well, he's not going to be needing it, he's dead. And I go up to this next house right here. At this moment, I don't really have a strat. Here's the circle area, and there's my area where I am. That's my little dot right there. I start looting. I try to get everything that I possibly can to try and live this round. So I got a level 3 vest and a level 2 headset and a level 2 backpack, and that's awesome. And I got my favorite gun! So right now, all I'm doing is I'm just looking for ammo, pretty much. So I didn't find any ammo for my gun, so I figured, I better get a backup. So I started going for the UMP, the UMP automatic with a bunch of 9mm ammo. And I already had a SMG suppressor. So it kind of makes using an UMP bearable, because you don't want to use 9mm ammo for long range shots and let everybody know where you are, but 9mm wouldn't be able to carry the distance to wherever you're shooting at. So having a suppressor is, perfect thing for an UMP, because if you can shoot a lot of rounds off someplace and nobody can hear you, then you're safe. So I start grabbing things for the UMP and for the M416, my favorite gun. And I keep looking for ammo for my 416, because It's got, fairly good power, fairly good recoil when it's fully dudded out with vertical hand grips and everything like that, tactical stock. And that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just looting for getting the best guns and defenses that I could possibly get. Unfortunately, slim pickings. But I still have my my ump, and I have vertical foregrips for both weapons at this moment, and I'm not really caring too much about anything else. So I quickly loot everything else, and I'm like, well, damn it, not as fruitful as I hoped, getting 4 houses and a full barn to myself. So I opened up the map and I plotted a point, and I believe the point was right here at La Bandita. I was like, okay, that seems like a pretty safe spot. So up here, you can't really see it, but I'm following my point marker, and I start heading to my spot, and I'm not really caring about anything else right now, thinking other than the fact I got to keep an eye on the horizon. I don't see any ants anywhere, so I better take my opportunity as it stands so far. The dune buggy that I'm driving right now was already shot at. As you can see, it's at nearing empty gas tank, and it's already 50% life. So I kind of decided to take a whole bunch of back roads because I didn't really want to blow up in the vehicle that I was driving, and that was my strategy. So aside from my bad driving, I decided to bypass, what is that? Not Picado. I can't remember what that city's called. But I decided to leave them all behind because, well, let everybody kill everybody else at this time. And that's it for the next 2 minutes, is just driving and making sure that I'm not going to get sniped out by somebody with an AK who's just kind of running in the middle of nowhere. I hear that truck that's on my right hand side, so I quickly take a look over there to find out what I'm dealing with. And right about here, he tries to cut me off and he misses. So I know he's going to jump out of his truck and try to chase me down or shoot me or something like that. And I luck out with that jump and I land it perfectly. Going back to take a look at him, he tried the same jump, except he fully topsy-turvied. And I believe he died. He died by massive crash, and you'll see me come and check out his truck again right up here when I get up the crest. I take a look back, I see him go fully topsy-turvy, didn't see him get out of the car, didn't see him survive, kind of thing, so I stop here. And I take a look at that truck over there. Right now I see that he's up on top of the hill over there. He's probably trying to figure out where I am. So I'm satisfied that the dude's not going to follow me anymore, and I head on straight on to Mark again as I spider climb these terrible hills. Doesn't let me get anything over like second gear here. So bad. I'm tempted at this point to take a look at this place. I'm like, oh, I don't see any doors open. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if anybody's in there. As you guys could see as you passed by, there was nobody in there. It would have been completely safe for me to check out that place. But I thought, you know what, forget it. I'm going to fall behind and I better not. So I continue on. I quickly check my map again over at this point. You can see me over here. No. Right here. Right in the middle there. I'm traversing, and here's my mark right here. So I still have quite a ways to go, and I take a look at my gas tank at this moment, and I'm like, holy shit, it's almost empty. I was like, well, screw driving this thing gingerly at this point. I got to get to my point before my gas tank runs completely dry. So everything just completely runs amok at this point. And I'm keeping an eye on my gas tank, and I didn't really pay attention to this town I was traveling by. Right about here is where the thought I came across my mind that if anybody is trying to shoot me, then they're having a hell of a time trying to keep up with the bumps. So that's kind of strategy that I held here. I was like, keep bumping it around. If somebody wants to be stupid enough to try to snipe out bumpy terrain, then, you know, be my guest. So I keep on keeping on. Didn't want to ditch my car here, so I decided to take it around an angle and come through here clean as a whistle.
Stop yelling at each other. Oh,
Travel on through. Let's see, where am I? So now I'm actually getting close to my mark, and I remember thinking, okay, my mark is probably on the other side of that ridge. And I was like, fuck, so much further to go, and I don't have very much gas. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I think I recognize this terrain. I think I might be really close. So I kind of thought, well, I'm far enough in. Maybe I'll check out this village up ahead. And that's kind of what I choose at this moment. I'm like, I don't see anybody there. I don't think anybody's here. It's probably safe for me to try to find more ammo and maybe some more modifications for my gun. So I jump out and I start running around with my nice little UMB, and I start trying to find some more weapon mods. Nothing. Angled foregrips caught my attention. I was like, no, I already got vertical foregrips, and that's way better. So I come through. I was like, shit, nothing but a backpack and a shirt. And at this point, I heard some motor going, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that's my car. So I found this extended mag, and I pick it up and I put it on my gun to check it out, and I hold on to it. Keep looking around for more modifications. At this point, I do believe all I needed for my gun now was a suppressor or compensator for my favorite gun, the M416, and a scope. So that's all I'm looking for right now. I kind of have everything else all nestled in there pretty nicely. So I go on foot. I remember that I'm really close to where I am. There's La Bandita right here. And coming up, I remember that there's a house over here, there's houses over here, and a house over here. So I decided to make a triangle formation, and I take pretty close here. I take a right, or a left, so that I can go everywhere I need to go, all in one fell swoop, not having to backtrack anything. Keeping an eye on my 6 o'clock, which is my back, is pretty much my only function. I see that bike in the distance, and I'm like, as long as he's not bothering me, I'm not going to bother him. So I keep an eye on him to make sure that he doesn't see me, and that he continuing on, and I'm happy with that. So I keep running, and I start to prepare myself for getting into this place. I'm like, I don't know if anybody's here. As you guys can see right now, there is nobody there, but I don't know this. So I'm coming up on this place, and I'm taking a look at these windows here to see if anybody's in those windows. I didn't see anybody, and I kind of start planning out my point of entry. Quickly get into this place, and I want to go through this place as quickly as possible because getting stuck here is just kind of a pain in the ass. So I start picking up things for survival, because if I don't find anything for my guns, at least I can get stuff for survival. And that's pretty much my frame of mind here. I see this AK over here. I kind of thought maybe, and I was like, no, there's nothing there. It's just the AK and ammo, and I'm pretty happy with the UMP because it has that suppressor. And UMPs are pretty good guns anyways. So I quickly check out the rest of the place, grab the 2 health kits that I found, and I was like, grab a little bit of ammo, because why not? You can never have too much of a good thing. And I move on. Next house. close the doors so that I don't attract any attention from people passing by going, hey, there's an open door that wasn't open before. Let's go ahead. Found another health kit. I was like, yeah. And whenever I hear that thing, that airplane go by, I always use that opportunity to jump through windows and other things and whatnot, because there's no better cover than the cover of a loud plane flying overhead to mask all the things that you kind of do. So I use that opportunity to get through things really, really quickly. Jump through that window. I saw that crate drop there, and I kind of thought, no, it's a little bit too far to run, so I'll just leave it alone. And other people will be using that time to try to find that crate anyway. So let them fight it out. I didn't even pay attention to how many people were left alive, but I quickly surveyed the field here to make sure that nobody's in the field, and I'm like, hate crunk running across open area. But the thing that was going for me was that there was a red zone. Most people are not really thinking that anybody's stupid enough to go across red zone. So that bike, I was wondering if it was the same guy. It's not, but I was thinking that maybe it was the same guy kind of running around circles trying to find people to pig off. So I quickly used the bike going by, because he would be attracting a lot of attention and deja vu, to jump into this house and get things moving again. I find a couple extended mags, I check them over, and I'm like, no, what I got in my gun is better. So move on, and I quickly keep trying to find more stuff for my M416, because there's a couple things that I was missing, and I saw that level 2 vest, and I was like, nope, my vest is better. I got a level 3. And I was lucky enough to find that at the beginning, so I've been running with the level 3 this whole entire time. Pick up painkillers because, you know, at the end of the game, you're always going to try to outlive whoever else is trying to kill you. So I quickly run through the rest of the houses, and right here was the first thought of, should I camp it out here? You know, will the circle end up here? Maybe I'll be lucky and I could just like kill off whoever else is there. But that thought really quickly went by, so I quickly survey the windows to make sure that nobody's around, and I kind of plotted out. I was like, should I stay or should I go? And I was like, let's go. I know this area fairly well enough, because I love this spot. It's pretty open, pretty condensed, but there's also enough cover for you to run around and do whatever you want. So I quickly come up here, and I'm wondering if anybody's in this place here. And I'm like, okay, well, if there is, then they didn't care to see me run across. So I jump through this window, and there's a little bit of a lag for that. And I come through this house. I kind of realized that not all of it was picked clean. So I quickly run through all the open areas, find this 4x scope, quickly put it on my favorite weapon, because that's what it's there for, and I check out that flash hider. I was like, okay, that flash hider will help out my weapon as well. So right now I got everything covered on my weapon. Not everything best. I wanted a suppressor or a compensator on my favorite weapon, and then it would be like top of the nail. So I quickly ran out of here. I grabbed my favorite weapon because I love that thing. And I start running through this house, and I start looking for the suppressor and compensator just to make that weapon so much better. I see the tactical stock. I was like, nope, I already got it. It's okay. Run through this house, kind of quickly surveying what's around. I see that quick draw extended mag. I quickly check it out against what I got, and I figure that it's better, and I ditch the extended mag that I already had in there. So I got a quick draw extended mag this time. So I quickly weigh my decision of staying here, and I think, well, no, I'm already out of the circle anyways. As you can tell, there's a circle right here, and I'm way over here or something like that. So I was like, okay, I got a couple minutes. What do I do with my time? So I figure, okay, let's go around the circle, because there's a couple of houses right here that are inside the circle, and I could quickly check them out and see if there's anything of use in there, and then I can move on. And I'm already in the circle, so that's kind of where my head's at. So I figure, okay, let's just get inside the circle, and we can loot at the same time. So I come running up here. I hear a couple of popcorn shots going on, and I'm like, they're not too close. And then I hear that motorbike start driving off. I'm like, oh shit, somebody's already been there. I was like, okay, well, never mind. There he is. I was like, never mind. Well, at least then I know nobody's there, because he's either killed them or there was nobody there to begin with. And I'm like, okay, good. There's a crate that just dropped. So that means that everybody's eyes are going to be off of wherever, and they're going to be watching the crate. So I get in this house, vertical foregrips and an extended mag, and I was like, cool, what I got is better, so forget it. I check out this flash hider. I was like, cool, I already got that, let's just leave it. At this point, I really don't want any extra attention, so I close all the outside doors so that people don't decide that they want to check out why that door is open. So at this point, oh, there's that open door. So yeah, that guy's been here already. So I was like, fuck. But I found this little gem, a quick draw extended mag for my ump. So I was like, awesome. So now my ump is like completely dudded up. All I need is like a scope or something like that, and I find these 2 cartridges for my favorite weapon. And this is where I start to get stoked. I was like, oh, now I just got to kill somebody. Yeah. Happy Sunday, Christians. Anyways, so I come in here and I kind of think, well, now I really want to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. And I was like, okay, there's nothing there, so let's get out of here. We're right on the circle's edge, so let's move it. And right about here, I check out behind me, and right here I hear shots, and I kind of notice this guy chasing after me. I was like, fuck. That's all I need is somebody to chase me down, and I try to keep an eye on him. And I was like, okay, I don't see him. I didn't see him, and he was actually hiding from the guy who's now taking shots at me. I was like, shit, somebody's shooting at me. Start running in ways that, resemble a chicken with its head cut off, because it's hard to gauge where I'm at. And then I see him coming after me with the buggy. I was like, oh, damn it. 2 things happen in those cases: is he tries to run you over, or he tries to get you to stop so that he can jump out and shoot you up. So I figure, let's do this. Give him a couple shots just to make him keep moving. I'm not really concerned about killing people at this time, because look at the circle. It's closing in, which means that I'm on the outside of the circle, and I can't really be concerned with where I'm at right now with kill count. So again, I think at this point I'm just looking for a muzzle action for my favorite gun, and this is where I'm thinking, fuck, the game is over now, because now I'm on the complete outside of the circle. I took a look at the circle. I got this whole entire field in between me and the safe zone. I was like, shit. I was like, okay, well, let's quickly go through this house. I know there's people by me because I can hear them running around, and I can hear them take shots, especially right here. I was like, holy fuck, is that on the other side of this door? I had no idea. So I kind of thought, okay, camp, let's figure out what people are doing. If they saw me go into this place, they know I'm there. So let's figure out what they're doing, and then we'll go from here. I was like, okay, that guy's shooting over here, and I saw him run right there, and I was like, okay, take a couple pop shots, and he's out of view. I was like, well, shit, that sucks for me. So now he possibly knows where I am. I was like, okay, let's get into a place where he won't expect me to be. And I figure if he comes into this place, he's going to come through that door right there. And then I hear that truck take off. I was like, okay, fuck. There goes my only mode of escape. So I'm like, I'm gauging what I'm supposed to do right now anyway. So I'm like, okay, he's not going in there. Maybe he's going to come through these windows. I quickly check out the windows. I don't see anybody there. So I was like, somebody's taking off with the truck again. And then I hear him get shot. I was like, oh fuck, he got shot. And then I see this guy come up, and I was like, maybe he doesn't see me. So I watch him, and he doesn't. So I get my second confirmed kill right here. And now I'm thinking, now is somebody else around? I don't really want to get like sniped out by somebody who watched all this happen. So I just jump in the vehicle and I take off. I'm like, see you later. I didn't really care to loot. I'm still missing something for my gun. And I see that crate dropped. So I got a reprieve. I had all this distance to cover, and just at the last second, somebody provided me with a vehicle. I was like, yes! And then I noticed that this crate right here dropped. And I was like, holy shit. So I start going there, and I noticed this guy take off. So I was like, screw him. Boom. Hit him on the side of the car. I was like, screw you. And now I'm like, get away from that crate, get away from that crate. I was like, there's another crate right there. I was like, should I go for it or should I go for something to save? And then my car gets stuck right here. I was like, okay, get the fuck out, because I don't want to be sitting in a car that's stuck. So I was like, crate's right here, no harm in, finding out what's in there. I have no idea where anybody is right now, so I figured get into the red smoke and see what's there. And there's a 15 times scope, 8 times scope, a bunch of like 7.62 ammo, and that rifle. And I was like, no, I'm not going to make any good of the rifle. The suppressor on my ump is best. So what I'll do is I'll take the 8 times scope, transfer it over, so both my guns had scopes, I thought. We'll find out. And at this moment, I'm like 10 people alive. Let's get someplace high. I take a look at the circle right at this moment. I'm like, holy shit, I'm in the middle of the circle. That's awesome. So I start surveying to try and find people to shoot, or that are going to shoot me. And then I see that guy running. I was like, should I take a couple shots? Oh, wait, somebody else is shooting at him. I was like, okay, he's gone. Where the hell is he? I see another dust, whatever. So I kind of know he's still alive, and I just keep an eye. And I was like, okay, I don't want to obsess about this guy and get sniped in the back. And I was like, oh wait, there's some guy right there. I was like, let's take a couple pop shots, because why not? You never learn to shoot if you don't. So I stopped shooting here because he's looking for me. And I wait for him to move again, take a couple pop shots, stop because he's looking for me again. I don't want him to see my flash hider. And then he's looking straight at me. So I was like, get a couple shots to get him out of there. And then I'll reload and move. So that he can't get in a position to snipe me out. So I move. And I get into a better position. So I figure in here he won't have an idea to shoot me out here. And I was like, okay, where the hell did he go? Is he behind this tree over here? And then I see him moving right there. So I quickly zoom in, and I figure pop shot now before he's out of view again. And no, I'm gonna reload. And I totally missed a shot because I hit the ground. So there he is again. So I stand up to aim again. I'm waiting for a good shot. There we go. I got him there. I kind of start taking some shots there. Got him again. And now he's out of view. I can't do anything about it. So I'm thinking, is he in the blue zone? I can't tell. So I just stay here for the moment. And I start looking for where that other shot came from. I was like, blue line, blue line, blue line. I can't see anybody. So I come up here and I run around because I hear somebody else shooting. I have no idea where they are. So I come up, take a quick look. I see that guy over there in the area. And then I get pop shot. I was like, fuck. Get back to my safe zone because nobody saw me there. So I get back into my safe zone and I start. Oh, there he is over by the rock. So I'm like, okay, heal up because there's no use in dying with whatever. And then I'm like, what do I do? Go prone position, which is flat on my belly, and move back so that he can't shoot my head. Right there, he just tried. And then I figure, okay, let's recoup the rest of my health. So I take painkillers. because in this game, that's how you recoup the last little bit of your health. So I get up and I see him running. So I start taking pop shots. I was like, you asshole, you almost killed me. I hit him there, missed, reload, stand up to take more shots. I hit him there, and then he ducks for cover. I was like, I hit the fucker 4 times. How many times do I have to hit him to kill him? So I patiently wait because I don't want him sniping me out because I'm not paying attention. And he gets up and runs. I was like, okay, shoot. I hit him there, I hit him there, and I hit him there, and I hit him there. I was like, this guy has got to be dead. Why is he not dead yet? So I start really plotting out because, you know, I'm like, shit, there's 4 people alive. I made top 4, dang. And I was like, okay, this is usually the part where I die. And I start planning out for it. At this moment, I start taking a look at my life, and I start gauging. I got a syringe. When's a good time for me to take the syringe and outlast somebody in a Rambo moment? I was like, okay, not yet. Let's hang on, wait for the rest of the yellow bars to do their magic, and then we'll figure it out. And I'm like, I'm out of the circle right now. So this is the circle as it is. There I am, way outside the circle. So I'm planning my move. I'm like, I have a minute. To do whatever the hell I want. So I kind of take my time. I was like, maybe in this minute somebody's gonna die, and then I can figure out from there. So I just wait, listening for somebody to run. Nobody ran, so I decided to go out that way. I saw that guy die. I was like, oh shit. Find cover. Now I'm in the safe zone. Right now, that's all I cared about, was getting in the safe zone. There I am. There's this guy, and there's that guy. I know there's 3 people alive, and I have no idea where they are. I had no idea that guy was sitting there, and all I knew is that there was a 3rd guy, and I don't know where he is. So he's being strategic. He's actually getting right on top of me, as you can see right here. He's waiting for the blue zone to move because he doesn't know where the 3 people are. Neither do all of us. Nobody knows where the 3rd person is. So that's all I'm doing. I know he's probably on top of me. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't really want to move. So long as I'm safe, I don't really want to move. I'm like, I'm safe. I don't have to worry about, like... I don't really have to worry about moving because there we are. And so I was like, oh shit, I'm barely safe right now in this position. I was like, do I want to move or do I want to keep my spot? So I kind of move right here. I realize that somebody's either around that corner or around that rock over there. So I just pay attention. So I'm thinking somebody's over here somewhere, up here. And then I'm also thinking maybe somebody's coming around my back, and then somebody up there, or somebody's over here. So I'm keeping my eyes on 4 points at the second. And I'm waiting for the blue zone just to do its magic and get everybody out in the open kind of thing. So I start hearing that guy right up ahead on top of me. So I start watching. Did I hear it behind me? Did I hear it above me? I'm not sure. I don't even know if, above me or behind me is where he is. Maybe he's just over here. So I just keep an eye on that. And I know somebody's there because I just heard him. And then I'm thinking, what if somebody's behind that stone over there? So I start watching for that to happen. And right now, that's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, top 3, that's the best I've done in about a week. So I hear him, and I don't want him to get the drop on me, so I keep an eye on that top rock there. Not sure where he is, but all I care about is that I'm safe, and that's all that matters. So I wait for something to happen. I keep an eye on the blue line to kind of gauge where my safety zone is. And I just try to keep an eye on all points possible. So I hear him moving around and running, and I'm like, he's gonna make his move. And I was like, holy shit! So I saw that guy at the last second. I was like, oh my god, I'm so close to death. So I'm like, get the hell out of there. And I took cover behind this rock, and I'm going, okay, there's a guy there. I know there's a guy there, and I know there's a guy up there because that's who he was shooting at. I was like, whoo, thank God he was not shooting at me. So I'm here. I know I'm safe. And it was really tempting to just go out and go loot those 2 crates or Rambo this guy, go run behind the rock and Rambo him out to make something happen. But this is where the game starts getting interesting. There's just the 3 of us right there up on the rock and me. So what do we do? So I try to get a better look at him, and he saw me come out. So he hid behind the rock, and I was like, okay, that's no good. So I figured if I stay here, and then all of a sudden that happened, I was like, oh, he's trying to kill him out. And so I just watch it happen. I was like, okay, maybe he gets lucky. Who knows? Let's wait and find out. So I wait and I watch it all happen. Holy shit, he had a Molotov. I was like, okay, cool. Another Molotov. I was like, dude, that guy's in so much trouble right now. So I was like, half of me wanted him to live, and half of me wanted him dead because, you know, if he's dead, then there's only one person I have to worry about. But if he lives, then that dude's got his attention. And so I kind of sit there and I just wait. I was like, nobody knows I'm here, and that's a great thing about suppressors, is that they're really hard to tack down with where they are in shooting. Shoosting. And we wait. I was like, holy fuck, do we just stay here forever? What happens now? And so I see him come out, and I was like, what's he doing? And when he does it again, and he stands right there, I was like, he's trolling the guy to make sure that he doesn't have any more bombs. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that what he's doing? Or is the guy that was above me now climbing around the rocks, and he can hear him now above him? So I come out of my hiding spot, and I'm listening for him. I'm listening for the dude to... and I realized that I'm in my blue zone, out of blue zone. I was like, shit, get back in the safe zone. And I was like, boom! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So at that last moment, I kind of thought, make a move for it. But I guess what happened was me moving into that crevice gave them both the idea that everybody else was making, like each other was making a move. So they both come into the picture. That guy kills that guy. And he tries to get into safe zone, because look how much damage just 1 second in the blue zone did to me. It took half my life. So he wanted to get into the safe zone, and as he was jumping off, he was jumping towards me. All I had to do was just shoot him up. So my ump with the silence and no scope was the winner in this game. And that was the perfect game. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I couldn't believe what happened. Right now I'm whooping and hollering like an idiot, and I'm jumping around my living room going, whoa! Boom! You know, I'm just having a celebratory best day of my life kind of thing. And then, yeah, that's it. So this is my second winner, winner, chicken dinner. First one was on the other map, and didn't really happen in the same way, kind of. We all were within proximity of each other. And it was just me and this one guy, and I couldn't tell where he was, and he couldn't tell where I was, and he just started throwing bombs everywhere, and he ran out of bombs. So I see him behind this tree, and he's looking everywhere. He's like, where the hell is this guy? Where the hell is this guy? So as I'm watching him do that, I was like, okay, take aim, pop, pop. I hit him twice, and I guess he was hurt, and he hit the dirt, and he started healing himself, so I jumped up, and I ran to him. I just killed him in the grass as he was healing up. That was my very first winner, winner, chicken dinner on the other map. So, yeah, thanks for spending this time with me. I appreciate it. I hope you appreciate it. Kind of giving you a little tiny rundown on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Maybe give you a couple ideas, maybe not. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel because this is going on YouTube too. For those of you Twitch users, drop me some gifts. And Facebook users, I hope this kind of gives you a little incentive to come in and play the game, because more the merrier. I really want to get a 4-player team going on. Just me and a friend play this game so far, and I wouldn't mind getting more people on so that we can actually do some real team strats. It'd be a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, 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 winner.